preparing for a running game like this, is there anything in particular you have to key on, especially with the defensive line, preparing to take on the physical? They tend to inside zone you a lot, that kind of thing. And obviously Elliott's a powerful running back. Is there something you prepare your team to do when you know you're facing an offense that wants to run it first and run it straight at you?
I don't think our preparation is much different respective to this game than how we've prepared all year long. Obviously, we have more time, but the technique portion that you're talking about doesn't change. I think the emphasis and the philosophical conversations of those things that you just talked about become really, really important. This is a team that executes very well. This is a team that's built tough. This is a team that will use tempo and do a lot of different things to you. So you've got to prepare the psychology of the player for a lot of, again, those things that you've mentioned.
Coach, how would you evaluate the defensive performance for the season?
Inconsistent, I guess, is probably the best word. We've played a lot of good football, and then we've had some plays that you just shake your head, both player and coach, when it's all said and done.
Why do you think that is, and how do you guys correct that, I guess, not only for this bowl game, but for the future?
Well, these are young players, and you're just, you're constantly pushing on the idea of developing, and they all develop at a different rate, a different process for all of them. And a lot of those things come down to also focus. And that's, again, part of the development, part of the process for somebody to focus through, some 65 to 85 plays. For some, it's a challenge. And that's player responsibility, coach's responsibility through a game, to make sure we maintain a great concentration and a great focus. And to be quite frank about it, it hasn't been always where any of us want it to be.
Jerron Jones, how's he looked, and how many plays do you think you can get out of him?
Good question. He looks rusty. He's definitely not 100%. If we could get 10 to 15 plays out of him, that would be, I think, helpful for us.
Is his energy, his personality, does that help you guys, at least having him back on the field in that regard, because he's such a big persona guy?
I think so. I think so.
And then when you look at the Ohio State offense, there's so many weapons. What stands out to you as the guys that you guys have to contain?
I think that, again, anytime you talk about the quarterback being involved in the run game, the numbers don't work well for defense. And that's just the way it is. And so that's a major concern, going into it. Having said that, the great running back, you've got to try to control him. So, you've got your hands full. They've got then big play possibilities out on the perimeter, and they'll smoke and screen and take their shots out there with very good personnel. So they're anybody that's played them, anybody that lines up against them, you've got your hands full for sure.
How hard is it going to be to lose Joe Schmidt?
Hard. Yeah, he's unique. He's been it's been unbelievable coaching him from the first day where I didn't see anything of that would tell me that the growth and the mental abilities of the game were where they were, and then to watch it grow, and then to watch his leadership position grow and watch the guys gravitate to him, it's been outstanding. And then, just a player coach, just the way we can converse and talk the game, with a young player is unique, and I'll miss that.
Who do you think's next in line to take over that role?
Well, Niles Morgan played as a true freshman a year ago. I really respect, what he's done this year in terms of he's watched Joe play and got very few reps, but he's maintained a very good workmanlike attitude towards it and understands he's still got a lot to learn, and I think he's used his time wisely. So right now, Niles Morgan will step into that position.
What prevented him from not maybe getting more opportunities during the season? Is it just Joe's knowledge?
Joe Schmidt. Yeah, Joe, he's, he runs our defense. I mean, he's the quarterback of our defense, and Niles would acknowledge he can't do right now from that standpoint what Joe can do.